Hey there, brave souls, and welcome back to Cryptid Whisperer. Today, we're diving into one of the most spine-chilling legends ever whispered around campfires and passed down through generations. The terrifying tale of Bloody Mary. Whether you believe in her or think she's just a spooky story to scare kids, one thing's for sure. If you're planning on saying her name 3 times into a mirror, you'd better be prepared for what might come next. In this video, we're breaking down our top 10 tips to survive an encounter with Bloody Mary, from why you should never summon her in the first place to what to do if you're unfortunate enough to see her face to face. We've got a mix of practical advice, some serious strategies, and a good dose of humor to keep things light, because, let's be honest, who doesn't need a laugh when you're dealing with the supernatural? So, if you're curious about how to avoid getting scratched, haunted, or worse by this vengeful spirit, you're in the right place. And remember, if you find these tips helpful or just plain entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Cryptid Whisperer, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on another survival guide for the weird and the wicked. Ready to dive in? Let's start with tip number 1 and learn how to keep Bloody Mary in the mirror where she belongs. Tip 1. Don't say her name. Alright, let's start with the most obvious tip. Don't be an idiot. Seriously, if you want to survive Bloody Mary, the simplest thing you can do is not summon her. I know, peer pressure is a bitch, and maybe your friends are egging you on with a few dares and double dares. But here's a thought. How about you don't take life advice from the same people who think doing shots of hot sauce is a fun idea? Saying her name 3 times into a mirror is like dialing 1-800-HORRIFIC-DEATH and asking for the premium package. You might think, oh, it's just a stupid game. But let me tell you, Bloody Mary doesn't play around. She's been summoned more times than Beetlejuice. And unlike him, she's not showing up with a sense of humor. You're basically asking for a ghostly bitch slap from the beyond, and trust me, it's not worth it. So, next time you're at a sleepover and someone suggests the Bloody Mary challenge, just say no. Tell them you're good with keeping your face scratch-free and your soul unhaunted. After all, why would you willingly invite a pissed-off spirit into your life when you could just, not? In short, don't say her name, don't summon her. And for the love of all that's holy, don't let your curiosity get you killed. Because if you do, you'll have no one to blame but yourself, and maybe that one friend who just couldn't resist the dare. Tip 2. Avoid mirrors at night. Let's get one thing straight. Mirrors at night are just bad news. They're not there to help you touch up your lipstick or practice your blue steel. At night, mirrors are basically open invitations for the supernatural to say, hey, let's fuck with this guy. And when it comes to Bloody Mary, she's not showing up for a casual chat about skincare routines. Here's the deal. Mirrors are like creepy little portals that the undead love to mess around with, and Bloody Mary is their queen. She doesn't care that you've got work in the morning or that you just want to wash your face and go to bed. The second you glance into that mirror, you're rolling the dice on whether you'll see your own reflection or a pissed-off spirit ready to claw her way into your reality. Spoiler alert, you don't want to see the latter. So what's the smart move? Simple. Avoid looking in mirrors at night. Better yet, just cover the damn things up before the sun goes down. Drape a towel over them, hang a sheet, hell, throw a t-shirt over it if you're feeling lazy. The point is, don't give Bloody Mary a reason to think you're interested in a face-to-face chat. Think about it. Why take the risk? Do you really want to be the person who ends up on a paranormal reality show talking about how they saw something really creepy in the mirror one night? No. No, you do not. Just save yourself the trouble and avoid mirrors after dark. Trust me. Your reflection isn't going anywhere, and neither is Mary if you keep tempting fate. In short, when the lights go out, leave the mirrors alone. You'll sleep better, and you won't have to worry about some vengeful spirit giving you an unplanned, ghostly makeover. Tip 3. Keep the lights on. Listen, we all know Bloody Mary is a creature of the night. She loves the dark, thrives in it even. So if you're planning on wandering around your house after dark like you're in a damn horror movie, do yourself a favor. Keep the lights on. We're not trying to create the perfect spooky ambiance here. We're trying to survive. Bloody Mary isn't going to make her grand entrance in a well-lit bathroom where you can see her coming from a mile away. No, she's waiting for you to be dumb enough to go all, "Ooh, let's see if I can find her in the dark." That's when she strikes, turning your innocent midnight pee break into a full-blown supernatural nightmare. So, let's not give her the satisfaction. And for those of you thinking, "But I don't want to wake everyone up with all the lights," who cares? Better to have a grumpy roommate than a face full of ghostly scratches. Plus, if anyone asks why the lights are on, you can proudly say you're just taking proactive measures to not get your ass haunted. Here's the bottom line. If it's dark out, every room you enter should be lit up like a Christmas tree. You might feel silly now, but you'll be thanking your brightly illuminated self later when Bloody Mary decides to pass your well-lit house by for someone else's dark, inviting bathroom. Remember, she's the queen of darkness, so fight back with as much wattage as your circuits can handle. In short, screw the electric bill. Keep the lights on, stay safe, and make sure the only thing shining brighter than your survival instincts is every damn bulb in your house. Tip 4. Don't go alone. Alright, let's talk about one of the oldest horror movie cliches that actually makes sense. Never go alone. I don't care how brave you think you are, or how convinced you are that Bloody Mary is just a myth. If you're heading into that bathroom at night, take a buddy with you. Because nothing screams bad idea louder than facing a pissed-off spirit all by yourself. Think about it. If Bloody Mary does decide to make an appearance, do you really want to be the only one there to deal with her? Spoiler, you don't. Strength in numbers, folks. Even the most terrifying of spirits might think twice before showing up when there's more than one of you to contend with. Plus, if something does go down, at least you won't be the only one screaming your head off. It's always better to have someone to share the terror with, right? And let's be honest, going to the bathroom in the middle of the night is already creepy enough without adding potentially summoning a murderous spirit to the list. So, grab a friend, a sibling, even your pet if they're willing, and head in there together. Sure, it might feel a little silly, but I guarantee you'll feel a hell of a lot safer with someone else by your side. And if your buddy starts daring you to say her name, shut that down real quick. Remind them that the only reason you're both in there is to avoid a one-on-one encounter with a vengeful ghost, not to invite her in for tea. Sometimes peer pressure is a bitch, but your survival instincts need to be stronger. Tell them, if you want to mess with Bloody Mary, be my guest. Just know I'm leaving your ass to deal with her alone. In short, buddy up. Don't be the lone idiot who gets their face rearranged by an angry spirit. Two's company, and company is exactly what you need when you're trying to outsmart the supernatural. Tip 5. Distract her with a compliment. Okay, so let's say you've somehow managed to piss off Bloody Mary, and now she's glaring at you from the mirror like she's about to ruin your whole night. First of all, congrats on making it this far. Second, it's time to pull out one of the oldest tricks in the book, flattery. That's right. When all else fails, try buttering up the ghost. Look, Bloody Mary's been dead for who knows how long, and let's face it, she probably hasn't had anyone say something nice to her in centuries. So why not give it a shot? The next time you see her in the mirror, try hitting her with something like, "Hey Mary, love what you've done with your hair," or, "Damn girl, you're looking spooky as hell tonight." It's a long shot, sure, but who knows? Maybe she'll be so taken aback by the compliment that she'll decide to leave you alone. And really, what's the alternative? Screaming? Running? Both solid options, but a good old-fashioned ego boost might just throw her off her game long enough for you to make a quick exit. Plus, if she's anything like most people, she's probably not used to getting compliments. Especially not when she's in the middle of trying to scare the crap out of someone. Let's be real. Mary's not showing up because she wants to make friends, but giving her a little ghostly ego stroke might just confuse her enough to back off. And if it doesn't work, well, at least you'll go out as the person who tried to charm a murderous spirit. There are worse ways to go, right? In short, when faced with a ghostly apparition, flattery might be your only hope. Compliment the hell out of Bloody Mary and hope that it's enough to make her pause, if only for a second. Because when you're dealing with the supernatural, a little charm can go a long way. Tip 6. Keep a mirror shard handy. Alright, so you're in the thick of it, and Bloody Mary has decided to make her grand entrance. Things are looking grim, and you're wondering what the hell you're supposed to do now. Well, here's a tip that might just save your skin. Break that mirror, and keep a shard handy. Yeah, I know. Breaking a mirror is supposed to bring 7 years of bad luck. But honestly, who cares about a little bad luck when you're staring down a vengeful ghost who's about to make you her next victim? Besides, bad luck is the least of your worries if Mary gets her hands on you. Here's why this works. Spirits like Bloody Mary hate being confronted with their own reflection. It's like holding up a mirror to all the creepy, ghostly shit they've been up to, and they don't like it one bit. So if you're brave, or desperate enough to smash that mirror, grab a shard and show it to her. It's basically like telling her, "Take a good look, lady. This is what you've become." And trust me, she's not going to like what she sees. Now, I'm not saying you should go all Rambo and start waving a glass shard around like a weapon. Just keep it close and ready. So if she decides to get too close for comfort, you can show her her own reflection and hopefully send her packing back to the spirit world. Plus, it's a pretty badass move, and if you survive, you'll have one hell of a story to tell. Just a heads up. This isn't for the faint of heart. Breaking a mirror is messy, and holding a sharp piece of glass is risky. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and when you're dealing with Bloody Mary, sometimes you've got to get a little wild. In short, if Mary shows up, shatter that mirror and keep a shard handy. Show her the reflection she's been avoiding and watch her retreat faster than a teenager caught sneaking out. It's not the cleanest solution, but when you're up against a pissed-off spirit, sometimes you've got to play dirty. Tip 7. Don't make eye contact. Alright, so let's say Bloody Mary has finally shown up in all her terrifying glory. The last thing you want to do now is make eye contact with her. Trust me, staring into the eyes of a vengeful spirit is like playing chicken with a semi-truck. You're going to lose. And it's not going to be pretty. Here's the deal. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and with Bloody Mary, you do not want her peeking into yours. Locking eyes with her is like giving her the keys to your worst nightmares. She'll see every fear, every insecurity, and she's not above using them against you. Plus, there's a good chance that one look into those hollow, dead eyes of hers will leave you frozen in place like a deer in headlights. Except instead of a car, it's a pissed-off ghost, ready to make you regret every life choice that led you to this moment. So what should you do instead? Keep your eyes low. Focus on anything but her face. The floor, your shoes, the door you're about to bolt through. Literally anything that isn't her horrifying gaze. Slowly back away, keeping your cool as much as possible, and make a beeline for the nearest exit. Remember, she feeds off fear, so the more calm and collected you can appear, the better your chances of getting out of there in one piece. And let's be real, staring contests are overrated anyway, especially when the other contestant is a ghost with a grudge. You're not going to win, and even if you somehow did, the prize is probably just a lifetime of therapy bills and the inability to look in a mirror ever again. Not worth it. In short, don't make eye contact with Bloody Mary. Keep your gaze low, your nerves steady, and get the hell out of there as fast as you can. Because when it comes to surviving an encounter with her, the last thing you want to do is give her a glimpse into your soul. Tip 8. Use a protective symbol. When you're dealing with Bloody Mary, it's always a good idea to have a little extra protection on your side. Something that says, "Hey Mary, back the hell off." That's where a protective symbol comes in. Whether it's a cross, a rosary, a pentacle, or even that lucky charm your grandma swears by, having something blessed or spiritually significant can be a real game changer when you're facing down a vengeful ghost. Let's get one thing straight. Bloody Mary isn't your average spirit. She's got a bone to pick, and she's not going to be scared off by just any old trinket. But when you bring out the big guns, a symbol that carries some serious spiritual weight, you're leveling the playing field. It's like bringing a sword to a knife fight, except this sword happens to be blessed by whatever higher power you believe in. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I'm not religious, so does this even work? Here's the thing. It's not just about religion, it's about respect and intent. Even if you're not hitting up church every Sunday, A protective symbol can still serve as a powerful reminder that you're not messing around. It's like putting up a no trespassing sign for spirits, and Bloody Mary, being the supernatural drama queen she is, will definitely take notice. So how do you use it? Simple. Keep that symbol close. Wear it as a necklace, carry it in your pocket, or hold it in your hand like you're channeling your inner exorcist. If Bloody Mary shows up, you've got something to stand your ground with. And don't just hold it passively. Believe in it. Show her you mean business. She might be a spirit, but even spirits know when they're outmatched. And if you're feeling extra cautious, why not double down? Maybe hang a cross above your bathroom mirror, keep a rosary on your nightstand, or even draw a protective symbol on your bathroom door. Sure, it might make your bathroom look like a mini shrine, but hey, better safe than sorry, right? Plus, it'll give you peace of mind when you're brushing your teeth at night. In short, arm yourself with a protective symbol. Whether you're devout or just hedging your bets, it's a powerful tool in keeping Bloody Mary at bay. Show her you're not to be messed with, and watch her think twice before trying to ruin your night. Because when it comes to surviving an encounter with her, a little spiritual backup goes a long way. Tip 9. Break the mirror. Alright, let's say things have gone sideways, and Bloody Mary is making her grand, terrifying entrance. You're out of options, your nerves are shot, and she's getting closer. What do? You do the unthinkable. You break the damn mirror. That's right, it's time to shatter that sucker like it's the end of a bad horror movie and you're the hero who just figured out the final twist. Now, I know what you're thinking, but won't that give me 7 years of bad luck? Listen, at this point, 7 years of bad luck is the least of your worries. You're already staring down an angry spirit who's about to do a lot worse than ruin your next few years of Instagram-worthy selfies. Breaking the mirror is your Hail Mary play, no pun intended, to disrupt her connection to our world. No mirror, no reflection, no Bloody Mary. It's simple ghost math. Here's how it works. Bloody Mary's power is tied to the mirror. That reflective surface is her gateway, her portal, her creepy little playground. By shattering it, you're effectively cutting off her access. It's like slamming the door in her face, literally. Sure, it's going to be messy, loud, and you might get a few cuts in the process, but hey, small price to pay for keeping your soul intact, right? And don't worry about the cleanup. The mess is nothing compared to the alternative. Being haunted for the rest of your days by a spirit who's more than a little pissed off. Just be sure to sweep up those shards carefully. You don't want to leave any pieces lying around that could still give her a foothold. Get rid of them, and maybe consider switching to decorative wall art instead of mirrors in the future. You know, just to be safe. Of course, this is a last resort. If you're at the point where you're breaking mirrors, things have gone from bad to worse, and it's time to pull out all the stops. But if it saves your skin and sends Bloody Mary packing back to whatever dark corner she came from, then I'd say it's worth every shattered shard. In short, when all else fails, break the mirror. 7 years of bad luck? Sure. But that's a hell of a lot better than being haunted by an undead spirit who wants to rearrange your face. So smash that glass, and show Bloody Mary she picked the wrong bathroom to mess with. Tip 10. Apologize and leave. So, you've made it to the final tip, and things have gotten real. Maybe you've accidentally summoned Bloody Mary, or perhaps curiosity got the better of you and now you're staring at a ghostly figure in the mirror. Whatever the case, here's a tip that might just save your skin. Swallow your pride, apologize, and get the hell out of there. Look, Bloody Mary isn't exactly known for her forgiving nature, but sometimes a little humility goes a long way, even with vengeful spirits. If she's shown up and you're feeling that cold dread creeping down your spine, try this. Look, but not directly into her eyes. Remember tip 7. And say, "I'm sorry, Mary. I didn't mean to disturb you." Keep it short, sincere, and then start backing the hell out of the room like your life depends on it, because it probably does. Why apologize, you ask? Well, it's not just about admitting you've made a colossal mistake by summoning her. It's also about showing that you're not here to challenge or provoke her. Ghosts, like most supernatural beings, don't take kindly to arrogance or disrespect. A quick, honest apology might just be enough to make her reconsider turning you into her next victim. But let's be clear. Once you apologize, leave. Don't stick around to see if it worked. Don't try to get a better look. And definitely don't think you're in the clear until you're out of that bathroom with the door shut tight behind you. The last thing you want is to give Bloody Mary a reason to think you're hanging around for a second round. And don't worry about your dignity. Who cares about looking cool when a pissed-off spirit is involved? If it comes down to apologizing and making a hasty exit versus sticking around and becoming another ghost story, the choice is pretty obvious. Plus, you can always explain it later as just being cautious. In short, when in doubt, apologize and leave. It's not about bravery, it's about survival. Say sorry, mean it, and then make your escape before Bloody Mary decides that forgiveness isn't on the menu. Because when it comes to dealing with the supernatural, sometimes the smartest thing you can do is admit you messed up and get the hell out of Dodge. And there you have it, folks. Your ultimate survival guide to facing Bloody Mary without losing your nerve or, your face. Whether it's avoiding mirrors at night, keeping a protective symbol close, or just having the common sense not to summon her in the first place. These tips should help keep you safe from one of the most infamous spirits out there. Remember, Bloody Mary might be a legend, but playing around with the supernatural is no joke. If you've enjoyed this guide and feel a little more prepared to handle the things that go bump in the night, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel and lets us know you're loving the content. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to join the Cryptid Whisperer community. We've got plenty more survival tips, cryptid stories, and paranormal guides coming your way. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. And remember, when it comes to the supernatural, sometimes it's better to be more cautious than curious. We'll see you in the next video. If you survive, that is.